Hey everyone, I'm Ultraviolent 4. Welcome to something new. Not a new game. Hey now, let's not get too crazy here. Still Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, but a new way of playing. In Crawl there are two different types of speedruns. There's real-time speedrunning, which I've made videos on before, where you're trying to finish the game as quickly as possible. You're trying to win the game rather. That's a very important distinction. I'm sure many of you could finish games extremely quickly. Anyway, the second type of speedrun is a turn count speedrun. I've had people asking me to do one of these or to show how it's done for quite a while. I've been resisting that until now. The reason that I haven't wanted to do it is because you die a lot, and I mean a lot, when you're doing turn count runs. So most of the video would probably just be me dying over and over again. That is until version 21, which is what we're going to be playing today. Not Trunk, we're playing version 21. Okay. And there is a particular combo in here that is extremely consistent, or at least that's my experience so far. So I'll give you a little bit of context first about what turn count speedruns are. They're basically high score runs more than they are turn count, although it's really the same thing. So when scores are being determined in Crawl, the two most important things by far are the number of runes and then how many turns your game lasted. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Alright, so that means that all high score runs are pretty much always 15 runes. And then the lower your turns, the higher your score will be. So the highest scoring games are basically all 15 rune games with very low turn counts. The highest scoring game is something like a 15 rune game in 19,000 turns, which is insane. Alright, I'm not going to do 15 runes, so otherwise that would take quite a long time to do. Particularly for turn count running, for me at least, it's kind of slow, so you have to think about it a lot. We're going to be doing a 3 rune turn count game. It's a category that's in tournament scoring. So I did this one in the last tournament and I ended up getting the second lowest turn count win. And I did that playing a Gnoll here and a Necromancer. Alright, so if you don't know, Gnoll is a species that trains all the skills at once, so they're very powerful, especially in the early game, and that's extremely important for turn count running. But the reason that Gnoll Necromancer is so insane, well, there are a few things. Let me do one that's not as important, but is still very nice. That's that you start off with regeneration. In a turn count run, you basically never ever want to rest. So as you might imagine, if you never rest, your HP is always a constant issue. So having regeneration means that you can keep your HP up, and it's a lot more, I don't want to say safer, it's not powerful, but it's better, how about that? And then the main reason is our spell F here, which is Vile Clutch. I don't know how you say the first word, I'm not even going to try. The reason that we're playing this in 0.21 and not Trunk is, first of all, Vile Clutch got nerfed. It does 25% less damage now, I think. 25-20, something like that. It's not as strong, and also it got removed from the starting Necromancer book. So you don't get to do this anymore. But still, this will show you, this should give you a good idea of how this works. And I'll give you a disclaimer, and that's that I've done enough real turn count speedrunning, to know more or less what I'm doing, but I wouldn't consider myself an expert at it. You might you might think my play is pretty patient, but I'm not patient enough for turn count running, or certainly not to be one of the top turn count runners. Those guys are absolutely insane. So pretty much everything I know about this I've learnt just from watching Fourth Arrow of Dagon. He is by far my favorite crawl player to watch. He doesn't make videos or anything, so you actually have to catch him playing in game. But he plays these 15 rune turn count runs like he's just like a crazy. You know how, I don't know, you've probably, or maybe you've even been one, seen a noob who's kind of learning the game and is just playing too fast for their own good, and it seems like they don't know what they're doing and everything's crazy all the time, and then they die. He's like that, except he doesn't know what he's doing and he doesn't die. Well, I mean, he does because it's turn count, but the number of games that he wins like that, doing these really good turn count scores that are like 5-hour games, it's just mind-boggling. Anyway, so he's pretty much taught me almost everything I know about this. Don't take this as your basis to try to break the world record. You won't, because I'm not good enough for that. But anyway, again, I can give you the basic idea of how this works, and then, yeah, hopefully it's something different. Alright, so Necromancer. We want to start off with learning our other level 1 spell, which is Animate Skeleton. I'm going to make a macro for that. So instead of butchering, we're going to... No, I'm not going to make a macro for that, because we might want to butcher when we don't have any mana, so that could be different. One other thing we're going to do is we're going to turn a couple of things that you would normally pick up off our auto pickup, one of which is chunks, because we can always eat off the ground. We don't need to waste the turn picking them up. Normally I would do books, but I don't know. Oh wait, this is before the spell library came in. Okay, so we can turn off books. Again, we can learn spells out of them while they're on the ground without having to pick them up. And there's one other thing I want to do, which I think maybe I should do later when it becomes relevant. Okay, so let's play. We've got Pain and Animate Skeleton. We're going to make a macro for Pain. Okay, and let's get going. You don't ever want to auto-explore. It's just wasting turns. Like our auto-explore might take us to this corner. That's wasting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-ish turns for no reason. So you pretty much play the whole game manually explored. In the early game, you want to just be diving. This is like a really unfortunate and bad start where I'm almost tempted to just actually restart this. This is an enormous giant starting room with nothing in it, and first enemy jackals. Alright. Also, our skill training, we don't do anything, of course, because we're a Gnoll, we're training everything. This is horrible. It's probably okay, but it doesn't matter, we just fight it. So another disclaimer is that we're probably going to die still a fair amount doing this, and I won't promise you that this run will be a win. You're trying to play as much on the edge as possible, and it very often goes wrong. And it's not even necessarily your fault. Just the nature of these runs, it's similar to real time as well, where you just have to take risks. You don't really have much choice, and sometimes you live, but other times you just die. So like right now we're gonna fight them. It's okay. Pain's extremely powerful, turns out. Who knew? We're not gonna rest. We're not gonna butcher this. We're not hungry. I'm not even gonna animate skeleton it. We're just gonna keep running. And we're looking for downstairs. There's one. The other thing about Gnoll is that we get to sense items. So that's pretty cool. I might just stick my head around this corner to see what that is. That was around a lot of corners. Okay, it's bread. Well, we did it. Okay, and so we dive. We keep going. We want to find temple. So we're going to be diving until at least D4. Very much like real time in that respect. Don't really want to fight those guys. I do want his sword though. So it lets us now melee stuff. if we run out of mana, which is another thing that might happen. Oh, teleport trap, okay. We reach level 2. No level 2 spell for a Necromancer. I like leather armor over robes most of the time. Trading an AC for an EV. Just meleeing the rat. Don't really want to use the mana. Okay, it seems like these rooms are all just rats. I was hoping that there was some sort of like altar or something, but I don't think so. I think they're just rat rooms. So we keep going. Okay, and you scroll. I think I would rather have a plain longsword to a plain short blade, because with no skill we get pretty good returns out of riposte. And yeah, another scroll. Okay, so we keep going. I'm gonna keep heading to items when I see them. Alright, we're out of mana. Yeah, we can keep going. The worm that's chasing us is slow, so we'll just run away. And again, this is going to look crazy, but it's kind of, well, it's not the norm, but it's going to be common, where we're walking around with less than half HP and little or no mana. That's going to be Robin. Fortunately, no one saw us, so we walked the other way. We definitely don't have the mana to fight that many things. Orc Pack, probably an Orc Priest. Another thing we don't want to do. Fade altar. Well, if I were just playing this run just for myself, I'd probably do this, but there is one particular god that I want to do because I want to show it to you in terms of speedrunning, so we're not going to do that. So we'll keep going. Avoiding fights as much as we can. Okay, we made it to level 3. We're just going to want as much int as possible. And now that we reach level 3, we can learn both regen and vamp draining. Regen's the most important one. We're going to make a macro for that. And we're going to be casting it a lot, so get used to that. And let's also do, yeah, we'll do vamp draining as well. I feel like we probably won't use that as much. Can be good to try to keep you alive if you're dying, but it's 3 mana for an attack, and we're probably not going to have enough mana for that very often. Okay, like right now we have none. Second scroll, I'm just going to read that in hopes it's magic mapping. It's ID. We'll do our potions, curing and mutation. There's an argument to be made for just quaffing this mutation right now and just hoping we get something good, but I'm not going to do it. We'll try and be more consistent. We'll see if we could do this in one single go. That'd be amazing. I think it's unlikely. Although the run I did in the tournament where I came second, I think it only took me about 3 or 4 goes at it, which is more a testament to how crazy this combo is. Alright, before we do this, another thing that we turn off in our auto pickup is the scroll of identify. Until we run out of things that we want to identify, we can read those off the ground. It turns out we have no potion, so I am going to pick it up. We should get this sling too. It can be a good ranged option when we're out of... Oh, this is really long hallway, that's not good. When we're out of mana. And because we're a Gnoll and we're training everything, we can use slings. So we're going to ID this potion. I turned our auto pickup off. This is, I don't know. See, there are some things like this where I've learned some little tricks that are super optimal in terms of turn count running, like this. Turning my auto pickup on and off. But first of all, half the time I forget to turn it back on. So that one turn that I gain here, I usually lose because I'll just try to pick something up assuming that it's auto pickup. But the other thing is that then I'm not patient with stuff. But anyway, this one I've done. So we can ID it while it's still on the ground. And then if it's, say, degen, we save a turn because we don't need to pick it up. It's heal wins, so we do pick it up. Auto pick up back on. We've got a shop here. It's a jewelry shop. That's quite interesting. I was going to say, it's very unlikely that we'll be able to afford anything here. There's a +1 ring of protection. That's interesting. Pretty much, if we don't buy it now, we're probably not coming back because this is D4. By the time we get gold for any of these, to walk back, it's going to cost us a lot of turns. 33 gold for +1 protection. Nah, I'm just going to hoard it. Oh yeah, all our skills go up at once. We reached level 4. Animate Dead. It is very good, but we're trying to get to Vile Clutch as quickly as we can. So if we use 4 of our 5 remaining spell levels on Animate Dead here, we're going to be delaying Vile Clutch, and that's extremely important. So I'm going to hold off. Grab this ring mail as we go. Probably not going to use it now, because again, going to hurt our Vile Clutch, but maybe in the future. 3 items, that's tempting. Oh, a rune door. I feel like we should do this, but maybe not. We will probably be coming back because we're looking for the temple. So this is another sort of funny way that you end up kind of exploring as you do these things. So we're not going to keep clearing level 4. We're going to be going up and down stairs as we find them. It's kind of odd, but I'll show you. So we go down this stair. We can have a look around. Is there anything here we want? An ID scroll, some other stuff. But so for instance, we've walked down, we haven't seen the temple, so now we can go back up. Wow, okay, he resisted both of those. And then we can keep exploring. How do we kill Quokka zombies? The Necromancer start is pretty bad at dealing with undead things now that control undead's gone. It's a dagger. It's been pretty smooth so far. If we could find the temple, that would be good. Okay, we'll try to stab it. We can't really deal with Crimson Imps very well either. I mean, yeah, never mind, we can Longblade it. Again, we're good with everything. Forget these things. So we go down the stair. We look around. Temple can be anywhere between D4 and D7. Here's a new book. It's the Book of Callings. Okay, and we reached level 5. So this has Summon Lightning Spire in it. And as much as I try to avoid it in my normal gameplay, we're doing a Turncount Speedrun, so that will be really valuable. We're going to pick that book up rather than memorize it off the floor, because we just reached level 5 and we want Vile Clutch. Put it on D, I guess. Yeah. So it's still really dangerous at the moment, but it will drop really quickly. Trust me. These gnolls are insane. And there's our temple. That's great. So we even found a temple pretty quickly. You see, we're at. If you have a look at the top right here, this shows us our turns. Although you're gonna see how that diverges later. So we've done roughly 700 turns to find our temple on D6. Whereas if you're just playing normally, you'd probably, at least in the early game, expect somewhere more around 1,000 turns per floor. And then let's find our god. And there's the one we want. It is Che. Why Che? you will see. Che is a really strong turn count speedrunning god. And the reason why is kind of funny and kind of complicated. But you will learn. I will teach you. So we're gonna be Che. I'm gonna join him. Cool. So he's gonna make us slow. He's gonna increase our attributes too. So that's one reason. Having really high attributes means that you can still wear heavy armor but cast spells, which is really strong when you're doing, say, 15 rune turn count games, because you're always gonna end up casting some spells more or less in a 15 rune game. But because you're always under leveled and under health and etc., still being able to wear armor is strong too. I'll need to explain it to you when soon, not yet. What's our vial clutch? 63%. Okay, I can't use it yet. Okay, we're starting to die here. This is where vampiric draining can. Problem is, we've only got 5 magic points. So what do we do if this doesn't work? We've got heal wounds. So that's probably okay. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of HP back, and now we'll pain the wizard. Good, we got him. More int. Doesn't have to be a capital, but I'm used to it now. And how about I show you now? Both of these guys can't follow us back down into the temple, so we'll go. Alright, so this is so bizarre. You don't want to rest, right? Because you're wasting time. But what do you do if your HP is really low and you have no magic points and you need to rest? You might think, okay, well, I'm not going to hit my 5 button, I'm just going to press my dot key and I'm just going to pass turns to regain some health and magic. Wrong. That's not what you should be doing. And the reason for that is that turns are calculated strangely. Well, it's not strangely, but the effect is strange. Just trust me. So, you see we have 765. Usually you'd call this turns, but technically it is time, right? And the distinction is really important. So you can see the number in brackets is how long the last move we did took. And it took 2.5 in terms of time. If we hit our percent key, you'll see turns 748. So what's going on there? 748 turns, but 765.6 time. They're different. So what does that mean? It means one turn isn't necessarily 1 unit of time, or 1 unit of time, 10 aughts is arbitrary units of time. Okay, so that means, okay, another step first. When you are getting regen and magic regen, that is based off time, not turns. I don't know if you see where this is going. So basically, you care for your score about your number of turns. You don't care about time. But time is really important in regenerating your health and mana. So if you are able to do really long actions for your turns, you will gain more health and mana back than you would if you were just resting. So if I rested, if I waited a turn, I'm not going to do it because we'll waste a turn. But if I did that, it would take 1 or 10 aughts. Whereas if we do some really slow action, we'll get 1 turn still, but we'll get more time and thus more regen. And the name for that, for doing really long actions, is called bread swinging. And well, it's not shown in this list anymore. So when we go to our wheeled menu, it says we have to hit the asterisks to see everything. We can equip things that aren't weapons. We could equip a potion, a book, a ration. Oh, there's literally no bread anymore. That's a shame. Etc. And we could pretend that we're attacking with it. And because it's not a weapon, it takes a while. So So the name came because you would literally swing bread, and it's kind of a joke, you know. I'm standing here swinging bread at the air to heal my HP and magic points. It's kind of a very ridiculous image. So it's just rations now. There's a trick here now, because it's really annoying to have to wield it because it's not on this list. So we can inscribe something, our ration, with, I think this works, at W1. Okay, so I think now if we press W1, yes, we'll wield the rations. So we now have a ration in hand. If I hold control and I press a direction, we'll swing at nothing with the bread. So you have a look at our number in brackets. It takes 1.5, whereas if we rested, it would be 1. So we're getting 1.5 times the regen for every turn we quote unquote rest or bread swing. So we could do it like this. If you get sick of doing it manually, you can press the insert key, which says number of times to repeat. So say we want to do 10, and then we do control swing. We'll just swing our 10 times. That can be interrupted by monsters, so don't worry. If you use that, you won't die to it if a monster turns up and you said, I want to swing bread 100 times. You can die if you manually hold it down there. I've had that happen, although it's probably less likely now that you don't get additional monster spawns on floors. Okay, so that's bread swinging. So then why is chase so good? And I'll tell you. The slower the action you can do, the better, obviously, because same number of turns, but more regen. So there are better things than swinging bread. Swinging a really slow weapon you're not skilled at is better again. So say you can manage to find a scythe somewhere, or something like a triple sword when you have no long blade skill, it's slower. But just walking with Che is really slow. It's at least 2, I don't remember exactly, but the point is that just walking around gives you heaps of regen, but each step you take is only 1 turn. So yeah, that's why Chase is so good at speedrunning. Funny but true. Okay, we're immediately almost dying. I think we've got a 56% chance from Varklotch here. If we can get it off, we'll probably just kill him. I think it's worth giving it a go, and if we fail, we just walk back downstairs. It's very dangerous. Yep, I'm game. You can hit yourself with this spell, it won't actually hurt you. Miscast. Alright, we're going back in. Alright, we're going to cast Regen, because our HP is probably more important than our MP right now. And hey, where's that bird? We're already wielding it. Oh, I think I walked out with it still equipped. Let's do maybe 30 turns. Okay, so we got most of our HP back. We'll give it another go. It's really dangerous. Yep. We miscast. We could just walk back upstairs, maybe? Oh, I regret that decision. I forgot we're already slowed a bit as Che, even though we're at no piety, so this is actually a really bad decision. We're probably... Are we dead? We can heal wounds. Okay. And we're gonna regen. Okay, that was such poor decision there. We just lost our only heal wounds. And we can probably try to... yeah, just tab him. Okay. Alright, well we're still alive, but that was done. Now that we're hungry, let's cast a... if I remember the key. Let's cast an animate skeleton, and then we'll eat the chunk off the ground. And we'll just leave it. Column is interesting. We probably don't need it though. And we're going to be sort of just exploring around. So we could, oh, it's a D6 Orc Warrior, and we're Che, so we're slowed, we don't want to fight him. We don't necessarily want to just keep diving all the time, because if we get too under-leveled and we go too far, we're liable to just die. But we'll kind of just explore as we come to things. So we might go down these stairs, we might find an up stair that we don't know, and we'll just kind of go around. Lig, that's really valuable. Grab that. Hippogriff. It's red, it's really dangerous. We can maybe just clutch it. Miscast. And we're slowed. We can go again, and if we fail, we go back upstairs. Something like this, where it's way too dangerous for where our character is. If you can manage to kill it, you get a huge amount of experience, and it will throw you up a bunch of levels. So for instance, when you're diving down to D4 looking for the temple, you might just find an ogre when you're Exo level 1 and you just blow all your consumables, you kill it, suddenly you're level 4 or 5. It's perfectly legitimate. So we'll give it another go. We got him, but it didn't even nearly kill him. Okay, we need to go back up or we're going to die. Now that we're slowed, why are my rations on different tiles? That's really odd. Why do we have different stacks of rations? I don't know, that's bizarre. Anyway, now that we're slowed, it's probably worth just reading these unknown scrolls. Blinking. Stab. We're gonna eat that. And we'll keep reading. Since we picked up that sling, we haven't, oh dear, we haven't then seen any stones or sling bullets, as far as I can remember. 2 bullfrog skeletons. Can they kill an ogre? Maybe. They can if we help with some pains. Alright. We'll make that skeleton. So the skeletons can't follow us down these stairs, so while we've still got them, I'd probably like to walk around. Hey, there's our stones. Let's go regen. We'll pick up the stones so that we can sling things now. Look at our HP go back. Pretty good. Yeah, let's go down. And this is what I'm talking about, where you can explore by going up and down levels. So we came down here and there's an upstair. So where was the other one? It was all the way up. It was all the way over there. So we went from the whole top left corner to the whole bottom right hand corner by doing far fewer moves on this floor. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, this is so dangerous. And this is what I mean. See, I forgot to turn auto pickup on, so we lost the turns that I gained. We don't have remove curse. It's probably worth just putting the ring on. It's stealth, so not punished. What is going on with our rations? Okay, there's the Orc Warrior. Please Wild Clutch him. We got him. Okay, cool. This spell, if you don't know, it's smite targeted. It only hits enemies. It's extremely strong, and this was pre-nerf. So it constricts enemies. They can't move off the spot they're on, and it just does so much damage. It's crazy. This cool little hand status icon, I made that one. Cool. Up to level 7. Get this. Hey. Yeah, wands. all these things that we might want, we just want to grab. Why did that hurt so much? I think we just keep going. Any time that I have full mana and I don't have full HP, you should be using regen. Curse poison resistance. That's a very lucky find. Alright, these scrolls, we're going to read them off the ground. So we turn our auto pickup off. Please no immolation. Let's remove curse. Ooh, that was not the right button. I don't know that we can really fight whites. We've got 2.3 Longblade skill. I mean, we can Vile Clutch them. It's still 50% to fail. It's pretty high. It's alright. We have a Wonder Disintegration. Alright, let's go. Okay. Magic mapping tells us where our stairs are. If there's anything in here. There's Crazy Youth. It's probably worth going to kill him. Is that a Manticore? D7 Manticore. Wow, okay. I was going to say it's probably worth trying to go claim that cloak, but if we have to fight a Manticore to do it, I don't think so. The shield. Yeah, we can't use the shield. Probably for a very long time. It's going to interfere with our spellcasting a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot to eat the chunks of the adder. This is what I'm talking about, where I'm not patient enough. Like these little things where if you don't do them, you lose turns. Yeah, not good enough. He's susceptible to pain. Okay, apparently he really hurts. Use Vamp Training there to get some HP back. That's a D8 Hornet. Hasn't seen us, he has now, but he can't open doors. We're trapped in here though. Oh dear. Okay, the Wonder Paralysis is probably the play. 45% chance. I think that's still the play. Okay, got him. Hornets are so crazy. We're lucky enough to have poison resistance, so we're better off than we would otherwise usually be. Goodbye ration. And we'll keep diving. We haven't really needed the sling. I think we should stop picking up extra stones. In fact, I'm just going to drop them. Am I? Yeah, I don't know. So this is another thing where if you're super optimal, you save up all your items in a pile and then you drop them all at once. We should learn Lightning Spire. That will be another very big power spike here. Oh, hello human. I didn't realize you were just going to walk up to us, but of course you were. Yeah, come on, Clutch. Okay, miscast it twice, we're out of mana. Probably Paralysis 54. Those 5 charges are pretty valuable. We can probably just disintegrate him. Okay, get him. Let's find out what this potion is. Might. Okay, we want that. I'm gonna see here. Alright. What do we want? I think of these, the most valuable are Teleport and Fear. We can't afford both. We're short by 4 gold. And it's to the right over there. We'll just go get the gold. We'll come back. Okay, We're not sensing any items in this room, so I'm just not even going to open the door. Fear, teleport. Cool. An outer simulacrum is terrifying. It's fast. The amount of cold damage it does is insane. Apparently not. Only 6 extra cold? That's really surprising. Simulacrums normally hit like, I don't know. What's something that's cold and hits hard? Don't know. But they hit like that. We're still going to avoid it though. And we're just going to come back up. We might have temple on this floor. We don't know. Sorry, not temple, Lair. So we want to keep exploring D8 as well. We kind of do the same sort of going up and down stairs thing between D8 and 11. And we'll try to find Lair. Don't really want to fight the double-headed ogre. Our Vile Clutch is getting better, but it's still pretty unreliable. What was his problem? And remember that we can't walk away from anything, so there's that too. Well, he saw us. Okay. Disintegration 1 to the rescue. You just, in these sorts of games, you just want to spam your consumables. Just stay alive, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you have to blow everything. More int. Hurts, but that's okay. We're going to regen as soon as we get 3 mana. No double-headed ogre corpse. Unfortunate. Potion of haste. There's an example. We're not allowed to use that. We could pick that up. I don't know. There are situations where quaffing a haste will make Che angry, but then you might survive. Yeah, so we should pick it up. Yeah. Speaking of 4th Arrow of Dagon, that is a trick that I learnt from him. The hatch. What was on D7? A lot of stuff. We don't really care about D7 too much though. There's no lair to be found there. These guys are all just random kobolds. So I'm going to vamp training the big one to heal a bit, and the others we'll just conserve our mana by hitting with our sword. That's a new stair up. Pikel. And a magic mapping. The magic mapping's quite valuable. Will we be lucky with Vile Clutch? Yes. See, it's just dying. Like, Pikel's still getting constricted. Yeah. 1 cast of Vile Clutch there. Didn't even have to do anything more. And he died to it. Pretty nutty. We'll get that magic mapping. We'll get the other magic mapping. We'll see where this other stair goes. Apparently we don't know. Okay, so we'll go to the unknown stair. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say, not too afraid of regular ogres at this point, but apparently we should still be. Wyvern skeletons and Maurice. If we could Vile Clutch them together, that'd be pretty amazing. And then what's so insane about this is that you can Che walk away with a really slow movement, just casually walking while things tick out to it. It's nuts. Short Sword of Venom, and we don't have a cloak, so we should claim his cloak. +2 invis, that's amazing. With our evocations training from a Gnoll, we can use that. 54%. And we should get the Short Sword of Venom too. Can let us kite stuff. No, it doesn't, because we're Che and we're slow. Never mind. Wolf probably means Grom. Don't really want to fight Grom. We haven't found any more downstairs though, so it looks like we probably need to keep going this way. I waited there to get them both in the one clutch. And we'll just keep walking. Yeah, that's Grom. Good. Then we're gonna need to throw some disintegrations in here. Oh, no, it's okay. Grom's gonna die. Yeah. No, I lied. We need it. Yeah, good. He has a glowing animal skin. Interesting. We should try that. I mean, maybe that's really highly enchanted and has... Who knows? Let's try it. You can see with our chair walking, by the way, if you look at the recent turn, it's already up to 1.5. So just walking now is the same amount of tiles that bread swinging, same amount of time that bread swinging would do. +2. That's better. That's more AC and drops to 16%. I should have checked it before I put it on, but I'm pretty sure that's better. Animal skin, no. We'll just keep going. Don't care about the jackal. It's gonna waste time going to kill him. I do think you can clutch Hungry Ghosts. Yeah, you can't. So we'll keep going. We can cast Spire now. Yeah, okay. So gotta remember that too. We have Summon Lightning Spire. We may as well keep going. Yeah, we'll keep going. Lair can be on D11, and we just found a bunch of useful things and a green ugly thing, so let's not fight that. We'll go up these others. Go away, troll. Go away. Okay, good. We'll go up these other stairs and we'll keep exploring D10. The robe is interesting. That might be worth checking out, but a bit too dangerous to go there right now. Alright. Watch this. So strong. Such a ridiculous spell. Alright. We can use clutches around the lightning spire because it's smite targeted. And like while this stuff is getting clutched and spired, we can just be over here animating corpses, eating them, basically going AFK. Okay. They're all still alive. Not for much longer. New book. The Book of Beasts. Wow, so this is giving us a bunch of different summons. Summon Mana Viper is really, really strong, and it's already at almost 34%. Noah Che is crazy. With your training and all the int that you get, like this is nuts. I think we should just learn Summon Mana Viper immediately. Even if it animate dead. Yep. Cool. So we can make vipers now. That's something. Don't really want to fight that stuff. I was thinking more about the electric eel. No, it's alright. We can just disintegrate it. See ya. If you can, because you need a regen, Try to walk through shallow water. It's slower again, so 2.1 turns to walk our way through shallow water. So if we needed to HP regen, we just walk back and forwards through the water. Helmet. Let's put that on. See you later. These monsters are all pretty trivial, but the efficiency value we can get out of clutching them all is pretty strong. Well, by all of them I meant some. What is that room? I'm getting the feeling that Lair's probably not on this floor. 8 gold, just gonna ignore it. We're full HP, full mana. That's always nice when you're speedrunning. Yeah. I don't know why I came back up. We already know that... Oh no, it's not D8, it's D7 that we mapped. Yeah. Still just looking for Lair. You can get really screwed by this part of the game, as in looking for your branches. Because you need to find Lair, then when you're in... Ah yeah, there it is. When you're in Lair, you then need to find all the different... your rune branches. And sometimes... Oh, we miscast it. Sometimes they can be like, hidden in a corner, and you spend ages running around trying to find them. Group up, I want value. We probably don't need... Okay, maybe we do. I was thinking we probably don't need clutch for just one wog. But apparently they're very strong. Alright. Do we just go straight? We accidentally holy wrathed our dude. Do we just go straight into Lair? Probably we do. We go for greed. We hear a distant snort and a wave of frost. So we've got 2 different ones on here. Probably we could only get into one. We have no RC. I don't know. Maybe we should map this. But I'm going to think about it, so we'll leave that one for now. Next one we'll do one of the 2, maybe. And we'll keep going with Lair. First episode into Lair, so there you go. Apparently Turncount Speedrunning is much faster in practice than my regular games. Who knew? See you later.